It's been a dark year for many, speckled with moments of joy and happy human moments. And as the season of light is upon us, so too shall the energy lighten up. Let's talk about the new moon we've all been waiting for all year long and how it's setting us up for 2024. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the Bee community. On this channel, we talk about spirituality, personal development, and a couple of times a month, I like to share lunar cosmic energy updates that are like a blueprint or guide for the new moon and the full moon's offerings. So this is how we can navigate the energies at play, what's being offered to us, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let me know what your intentions are for the new moon. In today's reading, I'm going to be covering the new moon in Sagittarius on December 12th at 3:32 p.m. And we are going to go over what this energy is bringing us, what is supported right now, what to be mindful of, and I'm going to give you some journaling prompts specifically for manifesting with this powerful new moon energy. So we have the sun in Sagittarius and the moon in Sagittarius, meaning this is a time for broadened horizons, for meaning and for truth. So on an individual level and also really on a societal level, we want to see more of what we can do. We want to find and discover more about the world, about ourselves, about other people. We're seeking wisdom, we're seeking knowledge, and we're really starting to crave new experiences. And as we know, the new moon is a time for fresh, new beginnings. A new cycle, a new lunar cycle is beginning. And in Sagittarius, our new beginnings might come in the form of new endeavors in travel, new endeavors in education, or really any activity that aims to expand our understanding of the world. We've made it through the underbelly, through the underworld of Scorpio season, and there is a light and we are walking towards it. The energy is starting to feel more optimistic, a lot more optimistic than we felt in a long time, but there's still something rather aggressive about it. There's still this tension in the air, especially when it comes to how we are communicating, specifically our beliefs, but there's also this new chapter in reality that's opening up to us. Sagittarius is this sphere of consciousness that covers our beliefs, how we see the world, and our philosophy about life. We find ourselves now in a time where we're searching for truth, whether it's a personal mission of truth or on a global scale. We're also discovering what we truly believe in. So perhaps some of us are finding faith in our religion, or some of us are looking to more esoteric beliefs, or even to science, or to something that brings light and truth and understanding to the world, to reality, to ourselves and others. This could even be through creating new social groups that allow you to understand life in a different way. It is an optimistic and outgoing time. You're going to feel more social. Start to look around. We're starting to look around and asking ourselves like, okay, I've been doing the shadow work. Now, how can I get to a place where I'm feeling good? What is going to bring joy into my life right now? It's after a long time, possibly, you might start to remember again what it feels like to want to be happy and to be happy just for the sake of being happy, for no reason at all. There are some themes that we are experiencing during this new moon in Sagittarius. The first is that grappling with our beliefs and the beliefs of others. So I'm sure you know, we've been very much in a time where people have wanted to loudly, assertively voice their beliefs. This has been much more about speaking, making yourself heard. This is what I believe in. There's a big energy of this is my belief versus this is your belief. We're going to keep seeing this. That's not changing. We're going to keep seeing different sets of beliefs clashing against each other, largely in unproductive ways. If we were perhaps a society that would look towards debate, communication, compassion, philosophy, and use that philosophy to solve issues over violence, right? Prioritizing philosophy and understanding and communication and compassion over violence, then an energy like this that we're being presented with might bring us together, might bring true healing, bringing us together in a pursuit of creating a better world. Alas, I will keep praying for that. Just know that the remedy to the conflicting beliefs issue is to really listen and to have an open heart and to look at the other person not as your enemy, but as a human being, and to try to understand rather than convince. And just keep bringing yourself back to the heart in that way. The second theme that I've picked up on is courage. Courage is returning after we have faced the underworld. We went through this underworld time in our lives and we were meek and quiet and scared. You got through to the other side of whatever challenge was haunting you. You made it. So you made it to another day. And so little by little, perhaps our courage is returning to us. Courage to speak our truth. Courage to find unusual solutions. Courage to be ourselves and courage to trust in ourselves. So I want you to embrace this courageous little flicker, this flame in your heart. Follow it, trust it, see where it takes you. The third theme that I've picked up on is a theme of actually collective and individual healing, especially from the past. So we have Chiron in Aries, and Chiron in astrology is the wounded healer. It's also the bridge between the material and the spiritual world. And so along with the Sagittarius energy, I feel very much like there's this theme of finding faith and that faith healing us. So we're looking around and we're trying to fix things either in our individual life, like we got to get things together, we got to get ourselves together, we have to fix things, or on a broad world scale. Nothing seems to be working, nothing is making us feel better. And that's, I believe, because what we're really craving is some sort of deep spiritual connection to the divine, connection to one another. And we can find this healing through that connection. We can find this healing if we take a moment to pray, to meditate. On a societal level, I hesitate to say this because, again, I've been grappling with this, really looking for the silver lining in astrology, and that's who I am as a person. But what I'm seeing is we might even see steps towards healing in the Middle East, which I pray for every day. This could also, in the US, come in the form of talks about something, some sort of healing, maybe even some sort of reparations. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. On the same day, the new moon, we have Mercury retrograde starting. This is going to last until January 1st, so just a couple of weeks. As always, during this time, communication, travel, technology will face typical interruptions that usually come with Mercury retrograde. So take this time to review, to reassess, to reflect, and to truly pay attention to the details, especially in regards to your career, maybe signing contracts with your career, especially in regards to your public standing. If possible, don't sign any contract until after January 1st. On December 12th from 10:48 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. the next morning, this is Pacific time, so you'll have to switch that over to your time zone. We have a void of course moon. This is now not a time to be making new decisions or starting anything new. The things that we start during a void of course moon tend to not come into fruition or may actually go in really unexpected ways, which doesn't necessarily mean negative, but if you have a very specific intention that you want to see happen, maybe start this new endeavor outside of the time of the void of course moon. This is a time that is best used for reflection rather than immediate action. So it's actually a really good time to journal and become more in tune with what you want to call in, especially for the new year. So things to be mindful of. So Mercury retrograde, the difficulties that I've mentioned, reflect before moving forward with any new plans. And there's also a chance of falling to a bit of naivety. So I recommend to be your own advocate and triple check everything. Really be on the lookout for yourself. Also staying grounded in your reality as you pursue your dreams, because there is this cloud of illusion. It's clouding our intuition. So just really being discerning about staying grounded to reality and not kind of shooting off to fantasy land, which I'm all for fantasy land. I think that's how we manifest a better world, manifest a better reality for ourselves. But there is this calling to be a little bit more grounded. You can stay grounded by speaking to other people about your beliefs, by being out in nature, by journaling, by speaking to a therapist or some sort of counselor. Just remaining grounded, even eating really hearty stews and foods and root vegetables will help you with being more grounded. Another thing to be mindful of is to be cautious with contracts, with agreements, with digital communication, so all online postings, and because there's going to be more misunderstandings around Mercury retrograde. Now, what is supported during this time? This is an excellent time for setting your intentions for the new year. This is a time to set your sails in the right directions for your dreams. The universe is listening, the divine is listening, and the cosmos are open for you to plant your seeds and manifest the exact type of year you want to see starting 2024, which feels like a good year to me. This is a good time for reflecting on opportunities, on new directions. It's a good time for asking guidance that you're going to receive in your dreams, on your walk, in the shower. This is a good time to choose to be brave, to be courageous. This is a good time for healing old wounds, especially through educating yourself, especially through traveling, seeing new things, and especially through self-discovery. This is also a really powerful time for deep and transformative conversations with your loved ones, keeping in mind that misunderstandings and miscommunications might arise, but working through it with an open and courageous heart. It's also a really good time for realigning with your physical and spiritual goals. So what are your physical goals for the new year, and what are maybe your faith-based goals or your spirituality-based goals for the year? And so now let's do our journal prompts. I'll write these down in the description below for you. Number 1 is, what are your intentions for the end of the year, for the next couple of weeks? Number 2 is, what are your intentions for 2024? And I'd love for you to let me know in the comments below. We've been doing this every year for like 7 years now. So let me know what your intentions are for 2024, for the new year. And number 3, reflect on an area in your life in which you feel you need more growth and more expansion. Sagittarius is bringing us that growth and expansion. Write about how you see this area expanding. Maybe it's a financial expansion, career-wise, or maybe your family or friend group is growing, or your self-love, or your confidence, your abilities, whatever it is. And number 4, Mercury retrograde will invite us to review and reassess our life in many different areas. I'd like you to write about the aspects of your career and public life specifically that you'd like to revisit and reimagine during this period. So those will be in the description for you below. Let me know what your intentions are. As we close today's cosmic update, I want you to remember that the new moon in Sagittarius is really a powerful time for setting your intentions and for manifesting a really joyful and expansive future. Give yourself a permission slip to be happy and to ask for happy things to happen. This is a period where we're encouraged to seek out truth, to embrace our newfound courage after we stepped out of the underworld and become bigger versions of ourselves, right? And we're stepping into a space of even more healing and even more growth. So reflect on your beliefs and consider how they're shaping your reality and how you can use them to manifest a life that's really aligned with your highest good and the highest good of all. May this new moon illuminate your path, and may your manifestations for the cycle ahead bring you ever closer to your dreams, my loves. Remember that you're the co-creator of your life and the architect of your reality, also the author of your life story. So let's write a beautiful chapter. Blessed new moon to all. Give this video a like and a comment to grow the blessings and the beautiful, powerful energy. I love you. And until next time, as always, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.